Hey guys! I thought I would just come live and talk about willpower today. I know we didn't get on our call. It's difficult because everybody works different shifts. So can you just tell me in the comments, would you rather we had a set day to jump on a Zoom call, or would you rather that I just went live in here and gave you training that you can come back to and catch up with? While the group is small, we have the freedom to decide. So let me know your thoughts. I'm here for you and what works for you, and I'm pretty flexible. So I've come on to talk about willpower today. I haven't planned this out, so bear with me. There may be tangents, there may be, I don't know, it might not make sense. You know what I'm like for my tangents, but I think I know what I want to say. So willpower. I know that for me personally, I used to think that it was something that would just kind of come to me one day and I would just have it. And I suppose in a way that's happened. Like this year, as you know, I'm eating clean for the full year. And it did, in a way, it just happened that I decided that I was capable of doing that now. But it's been a process of practicing. And you can't beat yourself up for not having willpower if you haven't practiced it, because it's a choice and it's a decision. It's not something that just comes to you. There's no magic bullet for willpower. There's no, I don't know. I hope I'm coming across clear enough. It's just not going to appear in your life. It's a practice. So I've mentioned before, in the live that I shared yesterday actually, I've been on this journey of nutrition and sort of fitness, but not really. I haven't really been applying myself to my fitness journey, but I've been on this nutrition journey since 2012, and I've been practicing, and I've had periods of time where I haven't been paleo and I haven't eaten clean, and it's been like 6 months of eating shit food, and then I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore, I need to get back to paleo, and then I do it. And sometimes I only do it for a week, sometimes I only do it for 2 weeks or a month, and then I'm back to shitty eating again. But the success is in just getting back to it. And this was a really long practice because I didn't know the other steps that I could take. Sorry, Noah's being really noisy. I hope that's not overtaking. Do you know what I mean? It's not making, oh, my brain. I'm not feeling well today. I hope you can still hear me is what I'm getting at. So there are also processes you can follow to make this easier for you. And I've mentioned this before in other videos too, so if this is repetitive, sorry, not sorry. Sometimes you need to hear it over and over again before it clicks. I also am just totally checking out my new collarbones from this program. Woo. Very nice. So have a process that you follow. So what's really helped me since doing 80-day obsession, and I know not everybody in here is doing it, but some people are wanting to get started soon and they're doing something else for now, that's fine. But you can still take on board these practices. So what's really helped me with 80-day obsession, really stay on track, is that firstly, Autumn has said, you follow the program. If you want the success of the program, you follow the program. If you're going to do something else, you're not going to get 80-day obsession results. And you can put that to any workout program, you can get that to whatever your goals are. If you're not going to follow the program, whether it's just eating clean or whether it's adding an exercise program in as well, if you're not going to follow it, you're not going to get results. So make a decision. I'm going to follow this program to the end. I'm going to work out on the days it tells me to work out, and I'm only going to have rest days on the actual dedicated rest days. When I was doing PiYo, when I first started, I love PiYo, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't truly dedicated to it. I sort of took my rest days whenever I felt like it. Sorry, I just got a message. I'm just going to flip that away because it's distracting me. I took a rest day whenever I felt like it. I followed the nutrition, but not to a T. And I did get results. I did slim down, but as soon as I stopped the program, it sort of just added back on again because I didn't really dedicate myself to it. So if you're doing a workout, which obviously I hope you are because you're in here, that's why you're in here, look at your workout calendar and follow the days it tells you. If your rest day is on a Sunday, take Sunday as your rest day. Don't do any other rest days. Unless, obviously, health gets in the way or something extreme. Like, I posted today about how I've got a cold, I'm not feeling very well. And there was a little part of me that was like, oh, should I work out today? I'm not really sure. I do feel quite rough. And whereas normally, first thing in the morning, I'd have been like, I feel ill, I'm not working out today. I was like, actually, I'm just going to see how I go. I might perk up later. I know that I've got a pattern of sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you feel like really terrible, but once you're up and about, you've had some coffee and some breakfast, you feel okay again. So I followed that. I was like, let's just see how it goes. If I really, truly feel so rough that I just want to lie on the sofa all day, then that's what I'll do. But if I don't, genuinely, then I'm going to do my workout. And I did my workout. And it really helps to have this kind of structure. And like with 8-A-Day Obsession, the great thing is that the food... Oh, no, it's standing on Erin, sorry. The food is so structured. So we're following timed nutrition. You eat your pre-workout, your post-workout, meals 1, 2, 3. Hey! No! Sorry, he's stamping on her. It's really structured. And you can switch around meals 1, 2 and 3. You cannot change the containers for each meal, but you could have meal 2, meal 3, meal 1 if you wanted to. But your pre and post workout meals must stay pre and post workout. So that structure really helps. For me personally anyway, I find if I give myself freedom, I will take advantage of it. So if you know you're somebody who gives yourself, who takes advantage of freedom when you give it. So let's say you go, okay, I'm going to let myself have 1 biscuit a day, or I'm going to let myself have 1 small bar of chocolate a day, but it doesn't turn out to be that. It turns out to be half a packet of biscuits or a whole packet of biscuits or whatever. Then you have to remove that, as harsh as it sounds, and that's going to feel maybe in the beginning like something you can't do. But again, it takes practice. And like I've said over and over again, it's not about perfection. Some days are going to go to shit, especially at the beginning of your journey. Hang on a sec. Some days are going to go to shit, especially at the beginning of your journey, because you're not practiced. Think about when you're learning to drive a car. You probably hit the curb a few times, maybe you even got into a crash. Maybe you clip somebody's windshield, not their windshield, God, their wing mirror. I don't know, maybe you cut somebody up. You probably still cut people up now, even if you've passed your test. Doesn't mean you can't drive. It means sometimes you make mistakes. But you wouldn't give up on driving just because you clip somebody's wing mirror. You would be like, oh shit, I need to pay more attention to my surroundings. So if you slip up because you've had a stressful day, you need to go, oh shit, I need to come up with a plan of how I'm going to avoid doing this in future. So something I wanted to talk to you today is about how I think that stress eating and emotional eating is probably one of the biggest issues that people face on their journey. We have been conditioned to reward ourselves with food. So I know that for me personally, if I had a stressful day with the kids, I would be texting Matt to say, on your way home from work, can you get me some chocolate and some wine? And I didn't eat small bars of chocolate, I ate big bars of chocolate because a small bar didn't feel like enough. And I was trying to fill this gap of, oh my God, I'm so stressed. And I wasn't giving myself time or allowing myself time to unwind. I was on the go all the time. And I am still guilty of this sometimes, but I've become aware of it to the point where I can go, oh, wait, I'm overworking myself. I'm going to go have a bath. And I know that you don't always have time to do that immediately, but just try and work these things into your schedule, because essentially a lack of self-care is going to lead to emotional eating, because you are trying to fill that gap of the stress in your head. Like, I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm losing my words because it's climbing all over me. You are, if you don't have time to do the things you enjoy that aren't eating, then eating, if it's something you enjoy, is what you're going to fill that time with. It's easy, it's quick. You don't have to plan time in for it. If there are biscuits in the cupboard and you're stressed right now, then that's what you're going to reach for. Because maybe having a bath or doing some yoga or even getting a workout in, it requires planning and organisation and taking an hour out of your day when maybe you feel like you don't have an hour in your day to take it out. If you're honest with yourself though, you probably do have an hour. You could get up earlier, you could stay up later, you could stick the kids in front of the TV while you do it, or a computer or something. I think as parents, I think all of us are parents are in here. We, especially mums, we feel like actually taking that time for ourselves is like selfish, and we're somehow gonna like destroy our kids' lives because we took some time to take care of ourselves. But the truth is, an hour in front of the telly or with your phone or on a computer while you do a workout is not going to destroy them. They're not going to starve, the house isn't going to burn down, nothing bad is going to happen if you take an hour for yourself. So plan it in, and it's going to help you deal with the stress better because you'll have been taking that time to unwind. And the other thing was, there are non-food related, I think I just said this a minute ago, there are non-food related rewards you can use. So I posted a couple of weeks ago that I took the kids to Waitrose and they had hot chocolate and cake, and normally I would join them. But obviously that's not unplanned for 80 Day Obsession. I wasn't going to be having cake. But I thought, well, if I was going to spend the money anyway, let's go and have a look around the shop. Waitrose always has nice stuff in it. I'm just going to buy myself something. And it just turned out that they had a sale on the argan oil products. So I bought myself a really nice bubble bath and a face serum. Half price, treated myself. And that's lasted so much longer than having hot chocolate and cake would have, because now I can go and have a bath with my nice bubbles that smell really great and they feel really nice to use whenever I want, within reason obviously, but I can do it. I can go and have my bath. Whereas that one cake would have slowed my progress, and it would have been gone, and that's it. The money would still be spent, but I would have nothing to show for it other than delayed progress on my fitness and my weight loss. So now I can have a bath whenever I want, and I can use my serum every day, and it feels really nice to be treating my skin. So have a think about other ways you can treat yourself when you're feeling really stressed and overwhelmed. What can you do that doesn't involve food to treat yourself? Because there are other things you enjoy. You've just not been allowing yourself to have them because you feel guilty. Because a bubble bath is a luxury, whereas food is essential. You have to eat. So you can make allowances for eating. You can make allowances for binging, because regardless of what the food actually is, you have to eat. And that's, I think, how we excuse it in our heads. So stop doing that. Stop excusing it and find something else you enjoy. You have no reason to feel guilty because you've had a bubble bath. Where's the controller? You have no reason to feel guilty because you buy yourself some facial serum. How much money would you have spent on the takeaway or the chocolate? Match it for something that is a real treat that will last you longer. And just drop the shame, drop the guilt. You do deserve to look after yourself. Let me just have a think. What else do I want to say? With regards to sticking to workouts, I know that Rebecca commented the other day about I've got such willpower for keeping up with my workouts. Again, this is all about the choice of like, what do you want? What do you want to achieve? If you want 80 Day Obsession results, then you need to dedicate yourself to 80 Day Obsession. I know, Rebecca, for example, I know that you run and you do classes and you do all of these different things which you love, which is great. So I'm not necessarily suggesting that you quit doing those other things just so you can dedicate to 80 Day Obsession. But you could have a look at what you want to achieve and which of those things is going to bring you those results the quickest and the most effectively. I would be quick to assume that 80 Day Obsession will bring you weight loss and fitness and toning and everything the fastest. So maybe you could consider giving up your classes just while you do 80 Day Obsession, or maybe you just don't do quite so many. Or we do have people in the test group who are not only doing 80 Day Obsession, but they run classes themselves. They are fitness instructors, and what they are doing is, I think it's if you're running more than 3 fitness groups a week, then you just bump up to your next eating plan. Instead of being in weight loss, you can either go to the next one up or to maintenance to help account for how much extra energy you're burning. So just have a think about exactly what you want to achieve. And Autumn said something really amazing that really was a light bulb for me in one of the workouts. So you may or may not have heard this. And it was, what was it? Don't give up on what you really want for what you might want now. Which was great. I thought, wow, and it was at a point of the workout where everybody was starting to get tired, muscles are starting to fatigue, you're starting to feel like I could give up now. And I was like, actually, yeah, so what I really want long term are the results that this program brings. Right now, I want to stop because my legs are on fire or my butt's on fire or whatever it was we were working at the time. But if I was to give up at that point just because it hurt, I would be giving up on my end goal. So you have to keep that in mind. What do you really, really want? Yeah, I'll tell you what I really, really want. Sorry, that came straight into my head. So just have a think. I hope this was all helpful. I managed to go on for longer than I thought I was going to be able to. I had more to say. And let me know what you think about whether we do regular set time calls or we just stick to me coming on and just giving you coaching whenever the inspiration takes hold. And then you guys can catch up as the group gets bigger. I hope that we'll get a bit more set into a routine, and I'll figure out how to be able to actually record the calls, because what would be really great is if we go on Zoom, I can kind of do a little bit of one-to-one coaching with each of you, which will help you all. So let me know what you think. I hope this was helpful, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.